Okay, it looks like we're live, but I can't bring up my chat box, which is really annoying. Um, why can I not do that? Ah, there it is. I just can't get it to open up in this game. Maybe if I go full screen windowed instead. There we go. If I'm full screen, I cannot actually see the chat, and I want to be able to see the chat. So, new game, and I'm just going to say real quick why I'm playing this game. So 3 days from now, uh, I'm going to be starting to play Path of Exile 2 in early access. So I will be playing that basically all the time, which means right now I'm just looking for a game that I can play for the next 3 days. I was thinking about just playing some of the games that I do have, but then I was just digging around YouTube and I saw this game, and you know, I hate spending money on video games. As much as I love video games, I hate spending money on them. But this game, the moment I saw it, I just watched some gameplay of it, I said, okay, it's 20 bucks, I'm spending this 20 bucks. I immediately, even though it's still in early access, I was just so in love with the game right from the start. And you know, we could play a tutorial, but no. We are going to play the classic mode, and we are going to just jump right on in. Now, each of these leaders that we could choose have different bonuses. So natural resources are 25% more abundant. That is nice. But honestly, I think that if you want to maximize your city, you should go for something else. Because resources are going to be around, and 25% more abundant doesn't mean that you can't still get the resources you need. So let's see. Trade routes continue to generate passive income when caravans travel. See, that's interesting, because the resources are there anyway. They're just more abundant if you pick the craftsman, which personally I think that doesn't exactly give you a bonus. It just means that there's 25% more resources available on the map. But since you can do trading, you don't need resources on your own map. On the other hand, if you go with a trader, you can get more resources from sources other than actually harvesting them yourself, which means you don't need to build as many production buildings, which means you can focus more on your city itself. Incidents are less likely to occur and spread. That is interesting, but not what I'm looking for. 2 additional decrees can be issued simultaneously and the cost is reduced by 35%. Okay. Cultural buildings offer 15% more satisfaction. Aha! Okay, now we're talking. The population regularly makes offerings of random resources. So basically we would be a how would you call this? We would be a city that's focused on being a religious center or something. So the leader of the city would not be a mayor or something like that, or an engineer or a politician, but the leader of the city will be someone who is a religious idol, or like the head of a religion, or at least an important person of a religion. So say for example you're a bishop and this is a city where you're building that city. I do think I want to go with trading though, because I think that gives me the most amount of flexibility, right? Because with money, you can probably solve all of your problems. So, let's go with the trading kind of city, because that opens me up in every direction. Although random resources are fun, I think I'd rather do this. Okay, so city name. Do I want to just go random here? You know what? We are going to call this city Moonfall. Philandros Leonidas. Sounds interesting, but we're actually going to just pick our own name. And we are going to be called Aurelius Caesar. Okay. A coat of arms. You can pick a coffin. Okay, wait. You can pick a coffin. Oh, no, no, no. Okay. You can pick a coffin. We're gonna have to be vampire traders. Hmm. Now that is going to be interesting. So we're gonna call this Duskfall, and we are going to be a vampire clan. I don't know. They give me a coffin. You know, just, just, you know, no brainer for me. I always forget, what was the first vampire called? In Dracula Untold. Gaius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. See, like that is the thing. Like in Dracula Untold, the first vampire is actually Roman. So I feel like this kind of meshes really well with this. So Gaius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. Can we copy and paste this? Ah, okay. Gaius Caesar Augustus Germanicus. What a name. Okay, now actually we should probably call this city differently. Is there any No. So there's no information about where he came from. Oh, okay, so he's supposed to be Caligula. Okay. Can we find out? He was born in Antium. There you go. We are actually making this all make sense now. Okay, so I don't like most of these symbols. I mean, honestly, come on. What is this? Look at this bat. Look at this bat. Oh no. No, definitely not. This would be hilarious. Honestly, I feel like I'm gonna go with this. So the colors actually I think are nice. Don't want that, okay. I kinda wish it wouldn't just hide the, you know, when I'm going for something else. Okay, okay. different things. I like this one the most. Now we just need to... Can I just... No. Okay. Okay, can I make it smaller? Ah, yes, I can. You know, actually I don't like it as much anymore. Let's go with this, actually. Does this seem centered to you? I suppose it is centered. Honestly, not the biggest fan of this. Oh. Not the biggest fan of this emblem builder or coat of arms builder, but it's something, right? Gold effect. Ooh, okay. Yeah, no. Alright, we're going to go with this. Outline color. Oh, we can have an outline. Ooh, that is just no. Yeah, no, I feel like the emblem builder could be a lot better. But I like this emblem. We're gonna go with this. So, I wonder if we can actually do things that make sense for vampire. Okay, so WASD, scroll up, scroll down. My god, it looks so pretty. I love it. Camera movement. There we go. And right button is rotate. Okay, and it okay. So we can start on the river side or the road side. Now where? Okay, or rocky plain, or seafront, or mountainside. See, I'm kind of... Oh, yes, I'm leaning toward the mountainside here. Yes, yes, definitely. I know they're recommending me the other spots, but I'm definitely going to pick the mountainside here. Okay, so it's telling me I can rotate my buildings with X and Y. I don't like that. Keybinds. Q and E. Ah, okay, so the camera is already rotate left, rotate right. But I don't need that, I can do that with the mouse. Okay, so I cannot do... But can I... Why can I not do control? Okay, let's just do this. Okay, so now if I were to place... Okay, so this makes me happier, because I can rotate the camera just with my right mouse button, so why would I actually want to have buttons? Okay, so the thing is, it's probably kind of bad to just put this right up against the mountain. And I kind of want to get a feeling of the topography here. See, I kind of want to smack it right next to the mountain because I'm kind of wanting it to be... Oh, maybe we can build a castle or something later on the mountainside, right? So, you know what? Actually, let me take a look at Antium. Okay, so let's see. Antium. Antium was by the sea. Yeah, Antium is right by the sea. Okay, So Antium is by the sea, so I suppose, right? We have no choice. Seafront. And because we are trade faction, right? I think this makes sense as well. The only problem that I'm seeing with all this is where are we going to get our food? It would be nice if you could see what sort of resources you have available. We have some marsh here that could be interesting. You know what? I kind of want to be by this road. Which store is that? Oh, that's the forest's edge. Okay, so we have like this main road here, which seems to just go through the entire map. And there's this spot. I kind of want to incorporate that into the city if I can. Okay, so there's going to be another road that goes up there. And there's going to be two roads, no, one road connecting there, and this other road is going to be going... I don't even know where that other road is going. Would be nice having 4 connections. Are we going to go here? We do have a lot of resources if we go there. We could also just go smack in here. Oh, well, we can... we could go up here. Okay, I wish there was like a topology mode where you could see more of a topology, but I do feel like I like being close to this main road because I want to be doing a lot of trading, right? So I'm actually, yes, I'm mostly leaning toward being over here in this little nook here. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to go here. I'm just trying to make sure that... Okay, so that road goes there. And this road, okay, so it's going to connect down there. Okay, I'm wanting 4 roads. So I think... right there. Build. Alright. Your family has made this fertile and welcoming land its own, free to decide your own destiny. This is the beginning of your dynasty. Okay, the goal, make this future city one of the most important in the world. Just be warned, your time is running out. Okay, pause. Alright, so I do not like how they made the roads, but I suppose there's nothing I can do about that. So, next, safety zone. Okay, classic resources, okay. I think I know all these things. So, right now, chapter 1, get prerequisites to upgrade the city center and upgrade the city center. So if we click on that, it's going to tell us what we need. 90 inhabitants, 106 wood, and 44 stone. I feel like I don't want to rush through the chapters, but instead I want to milk every chapter for kind of what it has, right? Like, because I'm pretty sure every chapter has things that are good about it, or that you can achieve in that chapter, and then in the next chapter you're gonna have something else. I don't know anything about the game. I've not played the tutorial. I do not want to know too much. Okay, Bob, go away. Okay, so right now we're a hamlet. Okay. And this is probably where we can unlock new buildings. Okay, so we can build a cutting camp, a small farm, and a quarry. Would be interesting if they would add something like a fishing camp or something like that, right? Ah, okay, so a cutting camp can also produce some food in the future. That's interesting to know. And there's the surveyor's cabin. Oh, I can buy that for 0. Okay, so we could potentially build that. The number of units that can be built is limited by the level of the Antiquity City Center. Ah, okay. So right now we're level 1, right? So, okay. This takes 10 stone and 10... Okay, so the small quarry, the farm, and the cutting, they all have minus 10 attraction. Which means citizens do not want to live near there. Which makes sense, right? You would normally not want to live near that. Although, with farms, I mean, maybe not right next to the farm, but you know, I'm pretty sure most people would prefer living on like on a farmstead than. So this doesn't make any sense to me. And then the quarry. Okay, so I think we've got lots of wood around us. So this building, right, must be placed outside. Okay, and cannot be built in a swamp. Okay, so it needs to touch. Okay, so if we build this somewhere, then we can... Okay, so that's cool. So if we wanted to, we could actually build that out here. But it cannot be inside the dense forest. Ah, okay, okay, so we're seeing a little bit of a problem. So if I want to go this way... Oh, I could put it here. If I want to do that, right? If I want to move my quarry and all that further out, I can do it with that. So let's see. I think we need to build all 3 of these, right? So it creates disturbance. Okay. Okay, all of these create disturbance. So I think we will need all of those, right? It's kind of, to me, I know this is game logic, but it makes no sense that the cutting camp takes 10 stone and the small quarry takes 10 wood. I think they should both cost wood, or both, right? Like, I mean, the small farm takes both. Why not make it 5 wood and 5 stone, and there's 5 stone and 5 wood? I honestly, personally, that bothers me. Okay, so I think the quarry we're gonna go with first. Oh, actually, can we? Yes, we can see the resources if we hover over this. It would be nice if there was like a way to keep this up. But, so we have clay up here, and we have stone up there as well. And then there's sand and precious stones. Are there any precious stones anywhere on this map? No. I suppose maybe we will unlock that later. But yeah, we have access to sand, clay, and stone in this area. So I'm thinking I definitely want to build my quarry as close to this area as possible. Perhaps we can expand it at some point, which means we want to start with the proximity building. We will have to be careful though, because we only have 50 wood and 30 stone. Let me see if actually I can build all of these buildings with that. 10 wood, 20 wood, 40 wood. If we build 2 of the surveyor cabin, right? If we build 2 of a surveyor cabin, that would mean 40 wood and then 10 stone and 10. So we can build all the 5 buildings that we need to build with the resources we have available. That's interesting to know. So if we build this cabin, we would have to build it up here somewhere, which means we could move everything further in there, but it's not as much as I would like. I wish I could put it even closer. So maybe the city center, we should move it. You know, I don't mind starting over if it means I can move this a little bit further up. So perhaps is there a way that we can? Oh. I just wanted to see information on it, but it seems like it just completely restarted us. No, we're just going to continue with this and we're just going to figure it out, right? So, stupid tutorials. So let's just load the other save. Okay, so I'm not the happiest with the fact that I cannot build too far in there, but maybe, see, that's the thing, maybe I can just build 2 of these. So the road is going to connect over here. It would be nice if I can put this on top of here. That would make it really cool. Is there any place I can put this on? Aha, see, I can put it here, which that would be cool, but it's not close enough. But if we build one here, then we can maybe build another one up there. Although, see, I'm kind of hoping I can find a spot here, but I can't. I can probably put my lumber mill, or should put my lumber mill down here, right? There's so much lumber out here. But I'm definitely thinking I'm gonna want to have access to the clay. Right, so we want to move up there as much as we can. So we're just gonna have to try to do what we can here. I keep right-clicking by accident. Alright, so we're just going to build that there. And it's going to take us 6 turns or 6 cycles. And I suppose we only have 1,250 cycles. Okay, that's interesting to know. I thought maybe there's like a specific amount of... I thought the cycles are not limited, but it's limited based on the chapters. Because, right, we're in chapter 1. Let's close that actually. We're in chapter 1, right? So I thought, okay, I can just enjoy chapter 1, but no, you only have a specific amount of cycles, so that changes things a little bit. So the cutting camp, see, it would be great if I can put this further out here. And you know, now that I'm thinking about it, can I cancel this? I suppose I can't cancel it. Okay, I think I want to cancel that. And I know I'm playing the game in a very slow pace, But I am a bit of a perfectionist. But see, now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I will need clay that badly right at the start. So I think instead, since we're limited in the amount of with the amount of cycles we have, if that is a resource that is limited, then I think I would prefer to expand this way instead, right? So we're gonna expand this way because we can get lots of stone and wood in that area. Specifically down there in this more dense forest. And then the stone as well, it's great that we have available to us over here. And then instead we're going to put this probably, I mean, maybe we're going to move up there. And I'm just hoping that perhaps if we upgrade our city, right? Right, we're going to get more radius for our security area. So right now we only have a 300-meter circle that we can build in, but we can expand that if we upgrade this. So we're gonna wait with the quarry up here until we have upgraded this. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. So we're going to just be probably just going to have to wait these 6 turns because I don't think I want to build my cutting camp anywhere here. I want to build it there. So yeah, we're going to have to just play that. So that's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, that's done. Okay. So this is done. We can also improve this, which the area around Surveyor Cabin becomes... Okay, and we can demolish buildings. Okay, so if we want to at some point, if we can naturally grow our city. Okay, so basically this is like a little outpost of our city. But once our city grows big enough, we could technically demolish this outpost. Okay, okay, that makes sense. Also, we're probably going to be using up the resources. So if we're going to build a cutting camp here now. Also, does it tell us how much food? Okay, so we're losing food. But not by a lot. Okay. The farms we are going to build in this area toward the road. And perhaps, you know, once we've chopped down a lot of this forest, we can build some farms there. You know, that's kind of how the logic goes, at least in my head. Okay, so if we build this, I definitely want the road going this way, perhaps. Okay, so down here is even better for wood, right? Oh my, this is great. We're gonna expand our forestry down there at some point. For now, this is going to have to be enough. Okay, so I wish it would kind of like highlight to you where's the best areas. Okay, 8,000. Okay, that's as good as it gets. And then the roads just build automatically, which is great. Okay, and then the quarry, see if we could put it like right on top of a mountain, that would be great. Okay, so we want to build the quarry. Must be outside a rocky area. Oh, come on. We cannot actually build it here? We can build it down there, but... Okay, so that's a bit of a problem. We cannot build it anywhere where I wanted to build it. This is all too rocky. But I suppose 3,000 is just going to have to be enough. I wonder, does this mean it's going to produce 3,000? $3,900. Is that the maximum it's going to produce? You know, honestly, 3,000 is a lot. If a building costs 10 right now, then this is a lot. We can just move this somewhere else. Right, okay, so not ideal, but we're gonna stick with it, right? And we can move this quarry further up eventually. And now we also want to build a farm. Right, and the farm I just want to put right here. Or do I want to put this right here? It's going to spawn farms around it, so I think I like having it at the edge of this little forest there. Okay. So I can put more workers in there, which makes it produce more food. I think a food surplus is definitely good in the beginning, because we obviously want to grow our city, so food surplus. The greater number of the fields, the greater number of workers will be. Okay, let's do that. That's going to take. I don't know if there was any options with this, but I suppose maybe I've missed it. But yeah, we could choose the amount of workers we want to put in here. Okay. So we have gold, 300. So now everything is set up so that we can just skip over the next 10 cycles. And we already have people kind of living here, as you can see. They have no culture yet. And our little town square here is doing stuff. All of this is grayed out, right? The trade routes is grayed out. We could technically upgrade some of these things, right? But I think we're gonna wait with that until we really need it. Okay, so if we upgrade the quarry, it's actually going to gain a lot of radius. Okay, so it's gaining a lot of radius over time, so I think this quarry will be fine for quite a while, until we build the quarry up here. Okay, so let's just fast forward. I don't think there's anything else we need to do right now, we just need to build these. Let me grab something to drink real quick. Okay, so these are done. We're losing more food per cycle because we have gained citizens, right? We have actually increased our inhabitants to 32 and we have 11 workers available. Okay. So this is telling me how many resources are still left so that I can properly plan ahead and increase the radius or move the building however I need it. So now we just need to wait until we have what it takes to upgrade this, because I don't think there's anything else that we can do. Nope, there's literally nothing else we can do. I'm not going to go with the fastest speed because maybe something can be done. So there's our little field. I like how this is just so nicely adjacent here. Oh yes, see this looks perfect. This is exactly how I imagined this. This is exactly how I wanted this farm to be. So now we are in the positive. Okay, so it's eating up a little bit of this forest, but that's perfectly fine. I love how there's these little trees in between the plots. And I think the trees are only going to be in between the plots if, see, because over here there's no trees. So these trees are only there because trees were there first. And that's really what I wanted. I wanted these plots to be separated by trees. Ah yes, this is exactly how I wanted it. This is absolutely gorgeous. Can you kind of like see people working? No, I suppose you can't. You can see wagons moving around though. Okay, 81. So we have the stone, we have a surplus of food. Now we just need 90 inhabitants. One more cycle. Come on. There, oh, it actually pauses the game for me. So now this is going to take 10 cycles to upgrade, and I suppose once we have upgraded it, we can do more things. Right now, there's nothing else we could do. Although we could probably build more farms and more proximity buildings if we want to. Right? If we want to. Right now our farm is... I don't think it's at full... Yeah, it's not at full capacity. There's only 5 fields right now and I've set it up to have 12. Right? Yeah, I set it up to have 12 fields. So this farm is still going to grow by a lot. By a lot. I suppose you could technically have more farms if you want to not have sprawling fields. Like I could lock this at 5, right? And then put another proximity building kind of in there, right? Over here. I could put another proximity building out here, and then I could put another farm somewhere. but I kind of prefer having one farm with a lot of fields. And I'm just hoping it's going to not grow too far to my city, and rather it's going to grow further toward this main road here. And I kind of wish the main road was kind of bigger, because it's kind of small. It would be nice if this main road here was just a bit bigger. Because you can see how big the bridge is, right? Let me actually turn off the stupid depth of field. I don't need that. Okay, let me actually turn the depth of field off because it is bothering me. Alright. So yeah, you can see how wide the bridge is. But then the road going to the bridge is like a little footpath. So I think, and you know, there's wagons, and the road is only as wide as one wagon, which I think for the main road that uses this bridge, it should be wider. It's just my opinion. Just my opinion. Maybe it gets wider the more it's traveled. That would actually be cool. So 45 cycles already done. I don't think there's anything we can do until we have just unlocked the next chapter. Okay, so we're just gonna wait, and I guess we're gonna wait a bit faster. It's growing toward the city. I don't like it. Yes, this field is great. Okay. Research. Okay, so we now have unlocked the architectural office, which gives us blueprints, which is what we need to unlock more buildings. So right now we have 2,500 blueprints, and these cost like 500 each. So if we were to buy all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We cannot buy all of them. Okay. So now we'd have to think about what we want. So ceramic workshop provides health and something else. I suppose we could pick creativity. And it takes some wood and okay. And then the arena provides safety. Like it's not a military building, right? It's I suppose it is a military faction building, but it's not exactly a military building. It provides safety. You can also see how much these cost in maintenance. So I like the idea of education, but we're going to have to go with the commercial district here, right? So we're going to unlock this, and I'm only going to unlock things as I want to build them. Right now, I don't really see any point in building any of these other things, aside from obviously providing the satisfaction, which the citizens are happy if they have 1 point of satisfaction in each. Okay. Where is that button? Oh, there. So right now, yeah, okay, see, so we have 106 citizens, but our base is 105. I'm not sure where that is coming from. Where the base 105 comes from, but I suppose that is just the base that we have. So right now we are actually fine. So, build a cultural building, and then optional, view the attraction in the filter at the top right. Ah. Okay, so this is the attraction filter. Resource filter. Okay. So we can turn this on if we want. Okay, so what is iron? Okay. Gold. Clay. Ah, okay, so we have some gold mines here as well. Let me turn some of this off. So we have some gold mines here, and we also have iron mines here, which is great because our quarry is already in that spot, but we probably might need to build a different building. Okay, so we don't currently have any districts yet. Land, cultural buildings, houses, factions filter. We don't have any factions yet. Okay. Produce attractive zones. Ah. Okay, your inhabitants are very excited. Some of them have unearthed artifacts and fragments of buildings buried deep underground. Columns are emerging from the ground and faded. Frescoes are coming to light. Who knows, you might be in for a pleasant surprise by repairing them. You know, I think that is something that I'd like to do at some point. We are definitely going to repair this. It's in an interesting location. Interesting location. Right up here against the mountain. Okay, so it wants us to build like an attraction zone, which that kind of tells me that the game kind of wants me to build something that, you know, this has attraction, right? So if we look at the attraction, we have attraction kind of like around this, and then it's fading off. So a zone would probably be if we build 3 buildings in a triangle, and then in between those buildings we have very high attraction. So that would probably be a zone. Can I see? I would like to see. Ah, okay, so see, this has 50 attraction, so it's not bad. So if we were to put that... So I'm thinking about where I'm going to put the merchant thing, right? So we have this, which we cannot build yet because wood is kind of slow right now. But that is something that I'd like to kind of build a little bit closer to here. A bit closer to the outskirts of the city. So if I'm building the architectural office kind of in this little nook here, it just fits so neatly in there, right? It just fits so neat. We're going to put it right in there. Okay, so that fits in very neatly. And I think there's nothing else we can do because we don't have the resources for this. And I'm just seeing that there's wonders that we could technically build. So that's something to keep an eye out on. Okay, so we're just going to just let time pass, even though time is a limited resource for us. This does not provide any satisfaction. So as soon as we can build this, we should. Okay, we do not have enough workers, but we're only one short. But then one worker got sent into the fields. Oh, okay, so we have one wanderer, okay. Okay, so we can now build this, and I just wish it would tell me how the attractiveness of this building is. But I suppose I can look in here, right? So this has an attractiveness of 300, which is even higher than my city center. So if we were to build this... Okay, so this is probably telling me that this is going to provide its bonus to these buildings here, or to these districts here. And since this is a merchant thing, I kind of want to build it right here. Okay, so it's providing health. Impacts the trust gains or losses of factions as well as their tax rate. Okay, this is a building for trading, right? So I think it should provide trust and taxes. That seems to make sense. So this is being built over here. And I think the forest is definitely becoming less dense. Also, if we look, we can now see that the city radius has definitely... I wish I could just remove this tooltip, but I can't. But yeah, this is definitely grown because this was barely touching. You know, this building earlier was barely touching the ring. And now this has gone further out. So if we upgrade this even more, if we were to improve this even more, this would go up to 400. Okay. So that tells me that if we improve this, we are going to be able to put our mine up here how we want it to. Or quarry, I suppose, is what it is. Okay, so this is done. So if we were to go and look now into the attractiveness, then this is a very attractive area here. I'm not sure if that is already created an attractive zone. And maybe with a second building or a third building. Right now I'm building very close to the center because I want to keep everything sort of walkable, right? And I'm just thinking about what makes sense, right? So the architect is kind of here on the outskirts of the city because he wants to not be at the main road. Right now, the main road would be this one. This is the main road that people take into the city. And so that's why I'm building the merchant thing right there. I mean, it's not the merchant thing, it's more like a cultural building where merchants live. So I suppose maybe it was not... See, maybe I shouldn't have built that there. But now it's built. I suppose this could be kind of a main road as well. Coming from some other city going through here. And you have kind of like some back roads. Oh, this is a cute field that they're just cramming in there. Kind of reduces the attractiveness a bit. Okay, let me think. We probably want to unlock some buildings that we can build. We still have more food surplus and we're still building more. Okay, and our resource stocks are basically full. Okay, so we're overproducing food right now, but we are growing, so I'm just going to keep it at that. I'm just going to keep that. So, we want more buildings because, as you can see, we're having unsatisfied citizens and we're only going to be providing them with health and belonging soon. So we want some safety, esteem, and creativity. So I'm thinking about the ceramics workshop. See, we already have health in here. And this provides health as well. So perhaps maybe not the ceramics workshop. Instead, let us go with the Agogi Center actually. Yes. And we can do education and esteem in here. And that just leaves safety, which I suppose... we can figure that out. That's at some point, right? So, cultural. We are short workers and we are short wood, so now all we can do is wait. I'm actually not sure if I'm doing good or bad right now. I'm really not sure. Okay, so districts are non-destructible grouping of houses formed in the most attractive areas. If they are tinged with culture, they will become cultural district and may host a faction. Okay, you now have access to service buildings. Okay, so this provides storage. And this is, I think, what I want, because it's yellow. Allows you to buy and sell resources. Yes, that's what I want. Huh. It generates some attraction, but it needs some clay and some sand. Okay. So I think we first need to now unlock this. This needs some clay. Ah, well, damn it. And we cannot actually buy clay until we build this, so we definitely need to get some clay. Okay. I am kind of thinking that it's probably bad that all of this is pretty low. Did it? Okay, so this also provides free satisfactions. Okay, so if we were to build this, that would provide free satisfactions. Okay, so now that we know that we need clay, let's think for a moment. We can move this almost out here, which would be so cool if we could just do that out there. Although now I'm not able to do it anymore. I was able to kind of fit it in there. Ah, yeah, there. But it's not close enough. So we could put it here. Where's that clay? See, it might still be too far away. It might still be too far away. And to upgrade this, we need wood, 300 inhabitants, and wooden beams. So perhaps we're gonna wait, right? We're gonna wait with this a little bit longer until we have upgraded this. Which means what we want to focus on right now is increasing our food, which it's working perfectly. This farm is doing exactly what I wanted to do. And we want to increase the happiness of the city. So the next thing I suppose we're going to build is the Agogi Center. And we're gonna have to figure out how to get these wooden beams, which I think should be in production. No. This upgrades the stock, produces wood. Actually, I'm not sure how this is unlocked. Does it tell me? In the carpentry building. How do I unlock the carpentry building? It's just really not giving me any options for that. Maybe I need to get through chapter 4, so create 4 cultural districts. Okay, so this culture is okay. We're just gonna wait. There's nothing else we can really do. I'd rather wait. Until we have the workers and the wood to build this. Still going to take a moment. I'm not sure if I'm doing good. We're starting to lose some food now. And does this have all the... So apparently this is still full. I'm not sure if... Where does it tell? 12 fields are linked to the farm. So the farm is done. This is the farm done. Okay. And we're losing food. No, actually we're making food. We're losing food. We're losing food. We're making food again. So every time it goes below 800. Yeah, okay, so every time it goes below, the farm starts producing. And then it stops producing again because we are... Okay, so right now we're basically at equilibrium. Or, well, not exactly at equilibrium. We are producing more than we need. Okay, so if I were to build this here, I would make... That is too... No, I can actually build that there. So, do I want to build that there? Make a more educational... Yes. Okay, and now what we need... So... I think a steam is what I wanted to have in here. Creativity plus a steam. Confirm. So that is just going to tick down. I'm not sure if it's actually good that I'm building these buildings so close to the roads, or if it would be better if I were to give some space. Okay, so yes, I was right. So, accept manually one faction. Okay. So now I lack safety, but I think that's okay for the time being. What we want to do now is we want to unlock the carpenter. Which obviously has bad attraction, but that's okay. That is perfectly fine. Trade with the outside world. Yes, we definitely want to do that. So, we don't have the worker, but we almost do. What I wanted to check is... Okay, we don't have any factions yet. We do have certain cultures more present in these regions. But we don't have factions yet. So I think we're just gonna play until we can build this. There we go. And the faction Wine Growers Guild wants to join the city and settle in a neighborhood of the same culture. In exchange for your hospitality, they provide a list of benefits at your sole discretion. Okay, so I get cultural points between 0 and +1 depending on the tax. This faction likes Prolatorian and Emporium. Plus trust when built. Trust level at arrival 55%. Destiny trust bonus +5. Plus 25 cultural influence. Okay, so we are going to accept these people because, I mean, we're vampires, we want wine. Does that make sense? I think it makes sense. Okay, so we have a few things here that we can build. Or that we could potentially build. But first we need to build a carpenter, right? And the carpentry, we probably just want to build it next to there. The problem is it's probably gonna get rid of some of the wood, but this is already pretty chopped down, so I think that's okay. That shouldn't have taken too much of the wood out. So we're gonna build that there. And now we're very low on workers again. Food should be fine. And this is what we're saving up for. We can look at some of these other things. The stonemason, I don't think we currently need cut stones. Okay, so we have more cultural buildings here, so basically level 2 cultural buildings. So these are big buildings, right? Or some of them are big at least. So they don't really produce anything. They just produce health and stuff, right? It's okay. Okay, I think the statue is something that looks interesting to build at some point. So, but I think, guys, so this only provides 2, where some others provide 3, like the statue and the Agalma workshop. Okay, okay. There's like evolution here. Some cultural buildings can be assembled together to form a whole new type of building. Evolutions can only be achieved with buildings of different ages. Okay, okay. So that is very interesting. Citadel, specialized armory. Okay. Stoneware workshop. Okay, interesting. But what we're waiting for is this. This is a very important building for us to unlock. And I'm not sure yet where we're going to place it. This is producing 17 blueprints. Okay, so we're starting to be close to I'm actually not sure what this means, right? So health, we have 280 out of 233. Okay, so then these, we're starting to have some unsatisfied citizens as far as esteem and belonging and so on is concerned, and safety as well. So we cannot be building this soon enough, but right now we still need clay, right? If we upgrade this, oh, that is interesting. That is very interesting. So we can actually build something around the city. I kind of would prefer if it didn't include the farm. Right, we can make this like super small like this, but it still engulfs the farm, which I don't like that. It would be nice if I could make this just around the city center. I mean, this still engulfs the farm. I think in this case it's fine, right? Like it just kind of protects the whole city. Like this it's even better, right? Because this kind of like makes it so that you come up this road and you just immediately are greeted by a gate. Maybe I'd like to bring this in just a little bit, like so. That is interesting. But yeah, not something we can afford right now. How are we going to fix these issues? Upgrading this, I don't think is going to actually do anything for us in terms of how much we provide satisfaction. The rampart costs a lot though. Even if we make this like the smallest. This is the smallest we can make it. And because of this field, it's 522 wood still. Yeah, no, not something that I'm looking at right now. Instead, so this is starting to produce these now. Right, so now we have 8 of those, so we're producing that to build this. And we're getting close to the inhabitants. And then once we have the inhabitants, we just need the wood and the inhabitants, and then we can upgrade this, and then we can build this, and that can then provide safety and so on and so forth and so forth. Oof, okay. Are we going to build something else in the meantime? Or can we maybe upgrade these things? No. These can be upgraded. But these cannot be upgraded. You just unlock more things. Okay. So I suppose we could unlock one of these. Just so we can bridge ourselves over a little bit. So we are good on creativity and on health. What we're not so good at is belonging, esteem, and specifically safety. So the scholar could be an option, or the forum. I feel like the forum is what I'd like to build. Yeah. I think the forum is a good just bridge that we could build just to pan us over a bit. Maybe we're gonna be able to upgrade before that. We will have to see. I don't know how fast our citizens are going to grow. We actually seem to be growing quite well. So we might actually be able to build the Macellum before we can build the forum. Okay. Yes, because this is still a little bit away. Okay, we could build it now, but we're so close to being able to upgrade this and build the Macellum. Ah, but that's still going to take us a few... Okay, so that's still going to take us a few iterations. So I'm thinking I definitely don't want to build too much up here into the mountains right now, but actually though, now that I'm looking at this, maybe I do. Maybe I actually do. Okay, so this is supposed to be where they gather to discuss certain things, right? So actually, I don't dislike just putting it here. Just have that connect right there. Okay, this provides esteem, which we are struggling with. And belonging, I suppose belonging makes sense, but also safety, because safety is where we are worst right now. So, yeah. A forum, I think it provides some safety because the forum is a public square where citizens gather to deal with commercial, political, and economic, judicial, or religious matters. So I think it makes sense that it provides some safety. And now we are just waiting for the wood, and the beams, and the citizens. Which that should not take too much longer. Yeah, this should not take too much longer. Just a couple more ticks. Okay, so now we have some slightly unsatisfied needs with belonging and safety. But mostly we're fine. Everything is at least positive. We are getting some bonuses. I feel like I might want to improve our cutting camp. So improving that produces 7 wood per cycle and is more disturbing, which is okay. It's gonna take 200 wood to upgrade, 15 workers, 500 blueprints. Do I need my blueprints for anything else right now? I feel like I want this as well, which is 900. And right now I'm producing blueprints 17 per cycle. I kind of feel like I should upgrade the architectural office first. 30 workers. My god. And it takes a lot of wood. Okay, I think, yes, we are going to upgrade this first. And we could upgrade that, and it takes stone 200, and this takes 150 stone. So actually I think we should be able to get away with this. And still be able to get the stone in time for when we have the wood. Because we get 6 per cycle. Yeah, we should be fine. That should be fine. How much does this cost again? Okay, yeah, and sand. Okay, so now something that I didn't realize was that it wasn't going to be producing any wood while it was down, so this is now delayed by a little bit. Is there anything I want to do in the meantime? Anything at all? This costs wood, so we don't want to upgrade that. How about this costs a lot of things as well, so I'm thinking this is something that I'm gonna wait for until after I have my mycelium and I'm actually able to trade. So now we just need to wait. I do not like just waiting, but it's kind of what we have to do. And like I thought, there's going to be little districts being built in between these now. This is getting a little bit worse, but I think we're still positive. Still getting the bonuses. And we have a faction here. Okay, so this is a I don't even know what to call this faction. A political faction? I think we're going to accept this faction. Politicals, yes. So we have some politicals and some commerce now. Yes, so we can actually dispel them, expel them. That is also interesting. Okay, so right now we're not paying any tax. These guys are paying tax, so we're actually getting some money. Okay. I cannot tax them as much as I want yet, but eventually we can tax them a bit more. I'm not sure why this is saying that there's no tax. Maybe because they haven't been established yet or something. Okay, so we can upgrade this. This will increase this by a bit more again. We now have no wood, so probably nothing we can build anyway, so we just have to wait. And I'd like to see how far this jumps out. So this is just 50 meters, right? So let's see how far that actually is. I'm guessing it will be maybe just, yeah, up to that tree line was what I was thinking. You now have access to production buildings, tillery and brickwork. You have access to cultural buildings, to the service building, senators. Okay, so that means we can have political decrees and so on and so forth. So lots of things happening. I don't like the way the town square looks. This is like my only gripe with this. Okay, but now if we were to actually upgrade this, would a new one that we build actually be a level 2? For that, I'm thinking if we go into production, right, and we place a cutting camp, right, it is not actually upgraded. So we're not building level 2 buildings, we still have to upgrade them. Also, the amount of wood kind of went up. Huh, interesting. So, this is what we're gonna have to build now. We can actually build 6 of these in total now. And now we might actually be able to just about squeeze this guy in there. I'm going to try. Heck yeah. I can just about squeeze him in there. Oh, I'm so pleased with that. I am so I'm so pleased. We were able to do what I wanted to do. We were able to just build this guy right here. This is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. Okay. And then once this is built, we can actually build this. No, actually we first need to build the quarry. And we're going to build that somewhere here, next to the clay. Yeah. Next to the clay. And then there's the sand and the stone. Yeah, okay, okay, okay. We are getting somewhere. 200 cycles done. See, I have no idea if this is a long time or not. Okay, so it's done. So now we can build our small quarry. We probably want to build this. Wait, so the clay is over there, okay, so we want to kind of build this as close. Too far from the construction. Okay, so we want to build this kind of here, but I'm thinking turn it so that the road is up on this side. And then this doesn't have a lot of sand, but it's okay. We want to produce clay right now. Everything else we kind of need to save up right now. Just there's nothing else that we really want to do. We have unlocked Sanitas. Right, so this needs a lot of sand. Okay. I don't like how this road just goes over this mountain instead of just going straight through here, right? I'm not sure if you can actually see my mouse. Okay, so we're starting to produce some clay now, which is great. So for this we need 112 clay and 187 sand. So first we're gonna collect the clay, and then we're gonna collect the sand. Or maybe we should just start with the sand, just use all that sand up that's in there. No, let's only get as much as we need and then switch over to clay. Okay, the threat of Macedonia. Mysterium. Mysterium is a secretive sanctuary. Okay. Is a prison. Oh, okay. I'm thinking we already have not so much safety anyway. Food seems to be okay for us. But I'm thinking the prison? And specifically because we are vampires, right? We're definitely going to side with Macedonia here instead of defending the creek. At least that's what I'm thinking. Although, maybe it makes sense to... Okay, let's just get this. I want the prison. Okay, so everything is kind of bad right now. We really need to build this so we can improve a lot of these things. My god, everything is really bad. But our buildings look so much nicer. Oh hell yes. Okay. just until we have enough sand. Okay, and now we switch over to clay. I'm not sure if I'm actually doing well. But we also didn't pick one of the recommended locations, so we had to wait a little bit before we could actually produce clay. So this is, I think, a slightly harder start point than the recommended ones because the resources were a bit further away. But I think we're doing relatively okay considering. Okay, so now we're just gonna wait until we can get this, which is not going to take that long. Just a couple of turns. We have under 1,000 turns left. Okay, we can build it. Ah, it's round. Oh. It's round. So this is like the market square, right? Oh, it's round. It kind of fits really neatly in here, not gonna lie. I don't really like it over here. Inva, that's probably where it should go. But none of the main roads connect to it. We also have another... No, we want more commerce or some other faction. Does it matter where I build this? Or is it just for aesthetics, right? See, that's the thing. I kind of want this to be close to a main road. And specifically, I want it to be close to this road. If I were to build this over here, then I could build it out here. But that would mean that everybody would have to go... Yeah, no, that makes no sense, right? Hi, are you a real person? Yes, I'm a real person. I don't know when this chat was sent. I was not paying attention to the chat because, you know, I rarely have people actually texting me. But yes, I'm a real person. It also really kind of fits well up here. You know, I'm thinking we're gonna build it down here. And we're going to connect it through here. No, no, it's not pre-recorded. I am actually here. I am actually playing this live right now. Otherwise, why would I be live streaming it, right? Like, if I wanted to record it, I'd be recording it. Let's connect it like this, which is going to create a little pocket. And then we definitely need safety. And I'm thinking... The longing is also really bad, so let's try to boost these a bit. Anyway, how are you doing, Eldel? Eldel Cristianto. That's an interesting name. How are you doing? me think. So we're producing clay now. This is going to be produced soon. I think the next thing I want to upgrade is definitely the architectural office. Or is it? I do have a lot of stone. I'm great. I'm just enjoying this game right now. Probably should go to bed soon though. I've just been so invested in the game. I completely lost track of time. It's a really great game. It's the first time I'm actually playing it. Oh yeah, I got it right? I'm glad I got your name right. See, with this being the first time I'm playing the game, sometimes I'm not sure what the priority is right now. I'm just really struggling in terms of safety and all these other things. Yeah. Who needs sleep when you can play, right? When you can play a video game, who needs sleep? Let me think. What is my next big thing that I want to do? Trading? Yes. Fortifying the city? See, does that actually matter? Does this actually matter? Yeah, I'm gonna go soon. I just really wanted to build this mycelium. And once the mycelium is built and I can set up trade routes, I think that's yeah. Yeah, I actually stream every day. Just normally I stream Helldivers. Now I'm going to be streaming this game for the next 3 days, and then I'm actually going to be streaming Path of Exile 2 every day, starting on the Friday the 6th when Path of Exile comes out. I'll be streaming Path of Exile probably for the next couple of months. Because it's a big game, right? And you just get so lost in Path of Exile. I really wanted to try this game out. It's really great. Honestly, I'm enjoying this game so much because it's very simple, but it's still intricate enough. You know, it's still complex enough that you can really get immersed in it, but it's still simple. Thank you. I hope it goes well. I mean, I'm still new to streaming, so I'm just having fun. You know, I'm not really worried too much about it right now. I'm having fun with it. I might invest in some lighting so I can actually use my webcam more often because it's usually too dark in my room to actually have it on. Maybe it's going to be making me more popular if I actually have my webcam on. Not sure. I'm gonna have to experiment with that if I even enjoy it, you know, because I get to just sit however I want and I can eat chocolate cake or just whatever I want on stream without anyone having to watch what I'm doing. I mean, if you enjoy city building, I think this is just a really nice little game to keep an eye on. Right now it's in early access, so there's still a lot of features that are probably going to come. But so far I'm really enjoying just the simplicity of it. But how your decisions kind of impact the game. You know, like I didn't build any of these districts, but the way I've decided to place my buildings kind of made these citizens decide on where they are going to build. Ah, okay, so I think this is what I'm gonna do next. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think, yeah, I want to see what this does if I repair this. So let's just fast forward, see what this does. I'm too curious to go to bed without actually finding out what that does. Oh, that's an expensive building. My goodness. Also, it's kind of funny how the prison generates attraction. That is that is interesting. People usually you wouldn't want to live very close to a prison. But yeah, now we can trade, so that's kind of cool. So we have a passive income here of 3 gold coins if we were to do this. And this is already unlocked. We don't actually need to unlock it. Okay. So these we would need to pay some money so we can actually trade with these. But this trade route is out and open for us. So they want clay. Okay. And they would be willing to offer us any of these things. Are we struggling with anything? Yeah, actually we're struggling with food. But we also don't have a lot of clay, which is something that they want, right? Or they want bricks. Huh. I suppose we would need to upgrade our farm then. To deal with our... Okay, so this actually does... Okay, okay. New buildings here and there. So if we upgrade the farm... Oh, 5 food per field, and this is 11 food per field. Oh, this is a big upgrade. Yeah, we're definitely doing this. This is a big upgrade to the farm. And we can actually do this. Okay, let's go. I want to sell my stone because I have way too much stone. So let's see, does anyone want stone? Okay, so these guys want stone and they would sell us clay and sand. So I think that is actually worth it. We have 1,000 gold coins, so the 100 isn't that big of a deal. And then how much are we producing, or how much would we produce per cycle? See, that's something that the game kind of lacks, is giving you information about how much it's actually producing. But I suppose you can go in here and check the quarry, like this. It produces 5 stone per cycle. Within a 150 meter radius. So how much stone are we producing? That would be nice if that would actually show. Okay, actually let's just sell 300, right? We're selling 300. And we're gonna buy 300. Oh, sand is much more. I wouldn't think so, but in this universe, sand is worth more than stone. Yeah, it's a ratio of 1 to 3. Oh, actually, it says it right there in the top. 6 per unit and 2 per unit. Okay, I suppose this kind of depends also on... Right, so these guys want less for their sand. Okay, but you know, we're gonna do that. We're gonna sell 300 of these and we're gonna buy 100 of those. Because we are currently not producing any rocks or stones, right? And we're also not producing or using any of these, so... Oh, these resources are actually really lucrative. Okay, so we will gain 200, 350. I will spend some. I will gain 20 gold coins. Okay, I want this to be exactly 0. Okay. Okay, I can't make this a 0-sum trade, but we're gonna do this, and this is going to take 20 cycles. So in 20 cycles we will get 333 sand. Okay, great. Right now just YouTube, because I would have to choose between Twitch or YouTube, because I do not want to pay money currently, so that I have the option of multi-streaming. So I'd have to choose between Twitch or YouTube. And right now I'm not the biggest fan of Twitch. Then again, I'm not the biggest fan of YouTube either. But YouTube is what I personally use. I don't ever really watch anyone on Twitch. So that's why I prefer YouTube, because it's just something that I'm used to. I've made YouTube videos in the past, so I know that. Twitch, it's completely new to me. So it's something that I might eventually look into. But since I don't think I'll be making any money with my streams, or I'm actually not planning to, but who knows, you never know what happens, I do not like the prospect of spending money just so I can stream on 2 platforms at the same time. And if I have to choose, it's gonna be YouTube, because that's what I'm used to. That's what I know. And I'm just realizing that we ran out of food, because while we were upgrading this, it did not actually produce anything. But now it's producing food again, so we should be fine. And we can now repair this. It's going to become an Agalma workshop. Okay, so it's just becoming a building. Okay, so what we're struggling with is safety, creativity, and esteem. The thing is, I should probably choose safety. I just feel like it doesn't really make much sense that this building would provide safety. But since it's such an important need, I'm just going for it, right? Okay. So, this was not as amazing as I thought it was going to be. I thought with these ruins, right, like, I thought because there were ruins that it would become something kind of cool. But it's just a cultural building that I didn't have to unlock. I suppose that's something, right? But not as cool as I thought it was going to be. So I think that's a good point to just save the game. My thoughts so far on the game is it's really cool. I like that you don't need to... You don't... See, I didn't even watch the tutorial on it. It's just self-explanatory, kind of, you know. It's simple, but you still get to build a city, so that's cool. It's not as complicated as City Skylines. It looks cute. It looks pretty. I'm having fun. I don't think this is the kind of game that you'd like spend a whole summer on or a whole winter. But it's a cute game. It's fun. So I'm definitely going to be playing again tomorrow. And the new age, You mean, did the developer release New Age, or did this developer release like a DLC that's called New Age? Because I don't know. I would have to check the Steam page. I think the update is coming soon. Let me actually check. The next patch is on Thursday. And that one focuses mostly on factions. But there is see, there is the Antiquity, which I'm almost I guess I can I guess I can go through the Antiquity real quick for you, because that is supposed to be done in like a couple more turns, right? Or with something. Do stuff. Invest culture points, unlock buildings, construct culture buildings. I guess I can do that, and it should be something new. But it looks like, yeah, you're gonna have to gather 500 points, and then you get to go to the next one. But right now, if I'm clicking this, nothing comes up. So I cannot actually look at what comes after the Antiquity, so I'm not sure if they actually did add it yet. I don't know if I first need to unlock it. So once we've built this cultural building, okay, so we have unlocked some cultural radiance. Which I don't know what that means. Yes, it's my first run. It's the first time I'm even touching the game, so I was completely just learning by doing with this, and my god, I cannot believe that these runes spawned this way around. I kind of want to demolish it, because this just looks ugly. But yeah, no, it's my absolute first time playing this game. Okay, so we actually are at 500 of 1000, but we're still in Antiquity. So I suppose the New Age is not there yet. Unless there's another way. Ah, yes. Oh, is there a limit to how many you can have? Ugh. Is there a limit? I was just saving them up because I'm just unlocking buildings whenever I want to build them. Because I didn't see that there was a limit to how many I can have. But what I want to unlock is actually this. Oh, this is... I thought the 1250 is when the game's just over. What is on production? The architectural office? Yeah, no, I have built it. I don't think I could have unlocked these buildings that I have without it. Yeah, no. Go to the blueprints. Wait. Here? Production? This one, you mean? Yeah, I'm thinking about upgrading it, but honestly, I'm just not in a rush because right now I have more than enough blueprints for everything that I want to build. So I'm focusing more on upgrading other stuff because this takes a few too many resources than I want to spend right now. Or do you mean in here? Yeah, this one. Yeah, I definitely want the Horium, you're right. Okay, I need some more clay for that, so I would have to switch over to clay again. And then I'm going to build these next. That was the goal, at least. I don't need to do that now. I'm going to do that tomorrow because now what I need to do is sleep because I have to get up early. But thank you for the tips. No, because right now I have another mine, right? And the sand is almost depleted, and I have another mine that is mining stone. So yeah, I mean the sand is almost depleted, right? So doesn't matter. I can just grab that whenever. I actually do have 2 mines. Don't you worry about that. Yeah. Good night, random guy that came into my chat. I hope you have a good one. Hope to catch you again. Bye bye.